Hi folks, I hope that you guys are doing pretty well. So today is Friday, the 13th of December 2024, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the blessings of Ezekiel, okay, in chapter 36, alright, and I'm just going to be going through verses 1 to 12. I'm not going to go through all the verses here in Ezekiel chapter 36 because it's actually quite a long chapter, and I already deciphered this a while back anyway. So now the reason that I'm doing this video is actually because I want to talk about the continuous, that's right, the continuous blessings of God through the prophets Ezekiel and Gabriel, myself, okay? So it's important that I do this video because I want to talk about the continuous blessings of God that we read here in Ezekiel chapter 36, verses 1 to 12. Okay, let's just concentrate mainly on Ezekiel 36, 1 to 12, because it highlights a lot of the blessings that God is giving the children of Israel today. Okay, so we're just going to go through just a short version, if you like, of the chapter. Okay, only up to verse 12. Okay, because it's not just Ezekiel that God is using to bless Israel, but God is also using me, myself, Gabriel here as a prophet to bless Israel as well. Okay, so let us go then just to begin with here on chapter 36 through these verses 1 to 12. Okay. Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, You mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord God, because the enemy has said against you, Aha, even the ancient high places are us in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, Thus said the Lord God, because they have made you desolate and swallow you up on every side, that you might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and you are taken up in the lips of stalkers and are in infamy of the people. Therefore, you mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord God to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which become a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus said the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, Thus said the Lord God, Behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because you have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore, thus said the Lord God, I have lifted up my hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. But you, O mountains of Israel, you shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel. Okay, so this is what happened in 1948. Okay, when Israel became a nation. Okay, they began to shoot forth branches. In other words, they began to grow as a nation. Okay, and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come. For behold, I am for you, and I will turn unto you, and you shall be tilled and sown. Okay, so Israel, of course, today they have a lot of very good farming technology, and the land is very fruitful today. This is part of the blessing um, in which God, used the prophet Ezekiel to prophesy. Okay, so these are some of the blessings that we're reading here in Ezekiel chapter 36, verses 1 to 12. And I also have blessed Israel by using my privileges as a prophet, but will speak about this continuous blessing that God has granted through me as a prophet. Okay, but let us just finish here with these verses here. Okay, and it says here in verse 10, and I will multiply men upon you, and all the house of Israel, even all of it, and the city shall be inhabited, and the watch shall be builded. Okay, so Israel today is a very prosperous nation. There's a lot of people living in Israel today. Many are migrating to Israel today. So yeah, there is a multiplication right now. Okay, and also when Israel begins to rebuild the third temple, there's also going to be a lot of Aliyah, a lot of Jewish people going back to Israel. So let us follow then on verse 11. And I will multiply upon you men and beasts, and and they shall increase and bring fruit, and I will settle you after your old estates, and will do better unto you than at your beginnings, and you shall know that I'm the Lord. And then here finally on verse 12, just to finish up, folks, just to make this video not too long. Yeah, I will cause men to walk upon you, even my people Israel, and they shall possess thee, and thou shalt be their inheritance, and thou shalt no more henceforth bereave them of men. So, all these blessings, of course, um, in Ezekiel chapter 36, verses 1 to 12, we are seeing this right now as Israel has become a nation, okay? These are blessings of God spoken through the prophet Ezekiel, but also I am bringing myself blessings as a mature prophet, okay? Now, I got a recap here of verses 36, 1 to 12, prophesy to the mountains, hear the word of the Lord, and so on. I just read to you all the verses if you like, but I just wrote here just the main ones if you like, regarding all the blessings of God spoken through the prophet Ezekiel, okay? Now, regarding my continuous blessings of God, okay, through the prophet Ezekiel, okay, so he was first, okay, and I'm here right at the end of the church age. And I call it continuous blessings because what began with Ezekiel, okay, I'm continuing on today, and I will show you here what I mean by this. Of course, myself here, Gabriel, and my privileges as a prophet, I have asked God for two things. One, I said to God, let us rise up together a mature prophet for the Jewish people, so they can anoint themselves a mature prophet for the second half of the tribulation period, as soon as Moses and Elijah leave, in order that the prophecy in Zechariah chapter 13 verse 9 comes to pass, in other words, to unite the Jewish people unto Jesus, okay? So this is one of my continuous blessings, okay, that God has granted, okay? So this is what I'm trying to say, that, Ezekiel and myself, Gabriel, these are continuous blessings through God, okay? It is only God who can give the power to do all this, Neither Ezekiel and neither I, Gabriel, we can do nothing apart from what God can grant, all the blessings come from God, okay? And Ezekiel and I, Gabriel, here we are just vessels in which God is using, if you like, to bless the nation of Israel, okay? So, like I just said, under my privilege as a prophet, I ask God for two things, okay? One, I just said to you, to rise up together with God and match a prophet, and so Israel will have to anoint their own prophet in the second half of the tribulation period, as soon as Moses and Elijah leave, okay? And number two, I ask God not to destroy the homes and infrastructure of Israel outside of God's growth operational area with the Ezekiel 38:19 earthquake. Okay, and also God has granted this, and so therefore these are the continuous blessings of God through the prophet Ezekiel, and Ezekiel prophesied all these blessings here and more. Okay, I just did Ezekiel 36 1 to 12 just to keep the video short. Otherwise, it can take quite a while to upload. And also, the blessings that God has granted, uh, has granted for me, if you like, as I am a prophet here, at the end of the church age. Okay, so the blessings of Ezekiel and Gabriel are continuous. We are seeing all these blessings right now, including the ones that I asked God, okay, which will come to pass soon. Okay, so these are my two privileges, if you like, that I ask God as a prophet. Okay, just to recap and finalize one, I ask God to let us rise up together and match a prophet for Israel, if you like. And number two, not to destroy the homes and infrastructure of Israel outside of God's wrath operational area with Ezekiel 38:19 earthquake. Now, since we're in Ezekiel, let us look at quickly Ezekiel 38:19 earthquake. Okay, so head over to Ezekiel 38, verse 19. It says here, "For in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel." Okay, so the shaking is going to be an earthquake, so that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence, and the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. So, where it says here, every wall shall fall to the ground, it's not talking about, you know, the walls of people's homes. Let's just say that's a house here, and people normally have fences to protect their homes. It's not talking about people's fences. It's talking about how when you got a mountain chain, these are mountains, of course, and then you got more mountains like this parallel to one another, then they are forming like walls, and so they are going to come down. That's what it's trying to say. Okay. So yeah, just to finish up, I guess, folks, these are the continuous blessings of God through the prophets Ezekiel and Gabriel. Neither Ezekiel, neither I myself, we can do nothing apart from what God can grant. All the blessings, all the glory, and all the honor belong to God. Ezekiel and I, we are just vessels. We are just prophets. We are prophets, servants of God. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.